still there are two more things. In container, did I explain about file share?
No.
No, I haven't. Nah? So what we can do, okay. Let me create a storage account. So because there are other three ways of storing the data in it, correct? And did I explain the React portal to container? I haven't, I think. So we have created container and we uploaded some documents into it, correct?
That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
And I told you we can deploy applications as well on a container. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Yes.
practically it's not done.
Yeah.
Practical not done, but you know the concept. That means, yeah, you know, we can deploy our own applications in a particular storage accounts container. Container can store or can have project files in it, correct or not, guys? Did you understand the topic? Now let us implement it. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one resource group. Don't forget to check this box. Enabling anonymous access. Otherwise, it won't allow you to create. Yeah. Now, after this, review and create. So we are creating a storage account to store something. We know that. Now, what we're going to do, guys? Okay. In real time, there are two types of applications, or three, you can say. B2B, B2C, and internal applications. Can anyone tell me what is an internal application? Used within the organization. For example, timesheets. Do you know timesheets? It's a leave application. So if it's an internal application, guys, there will be very less users. Will you agree? Guys, first tell me what is B2C application, B2B application, business to customer, business to business. Do you have any idea?
Yes. We hear now.
Yeah, B2C means, guys, what is example of B2C?
Business to customer, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, Flipkart, these are all B2C applications where the number of users are very high, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all e-commerce websites are normally B2C applications. What is a B2B application?
Business to business.
Business to business. For example, there could be one organization which is doing business with other organization.
India Mart.
And B2B applications will have more users or less users?
Less users.
Less users, guys, because they are not end users. For example, there is an A company, B company. A company may have 30 employees, B company may have 70 employees. Only these employees there could be one application which will be used by both these businesses, and there will be very less number of users. If it is B2B, less. And what is an internal application?
For your
Used,
company.
yeah, within the company only, within that company only, its company's employees can use it, correct? And in internal application also, there will be very less number of users, correct or not? Guys, are you getting my point?
Yes.
Now, the most important thing, guys, in real time, I told you we are using app services to deploy the front-end components, correct? App services, yes, we are using to deploy the front-end components. And we are using function apps to deploy the back-end components, correct?
Correct.
Now what happens, guys? There will be some situations where you have to choose between app services and store account containers. That means you can deploy your front-end component on container as well. But when you will take a decision, okay, your front-end component should go inside a container or inside an app service, how will you decide?
When it would be, it depends. Like when it would be B2B, then only we can go with this.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, if it is B2C, more number of end users, always app service is the best option. But if it is B2B or internal application where the users are very less, then using container is the best option. The reason, guys, containers, how it will be built, any store account, you can deploy, you can upload anything into it, guys. There won't be any charge. How it will be charged? If you download something, if you access something, then cloud will charge. Are you getting my point? For example, guys, for each user, if he's accessing the website for 1 second, if it is $1, if you deploy B2C on a container, what will happen, guys? Will bill increased?
Storage will increase.
Definitely, guys, bill will be increased because B2C, lot of users will be there. For each user, when they are accessing the container, there is a certain bill which is generated. So, guys, very bad decision to select container for B2C applications. But if it is B2B, very less number of users, then, guys, it is the best way. If you select container, it will be very good. Okay. Now, how it will be done? Let me show you, guys. If you look at here, when it is decided that you are going to deploy your application on a container, you can say this is my storage account now. You come down a bit. Here, look for static website. here you should enable it. When you enable it, guys, it will ask us to provide the default document inside it. For example, it could be generally, guys, if it is React, Angular, Vue, HTML, then it will be index.html. If it is .NET, it will be default.ASP. So, guys, there will be a default entry point of an application. That page you have to give here. And who will tell what page is that? Programmer will tell us. So you need to ask what is the main page which need to be displayed. What is the default page? And after this, guys, what you need to do? Type the index.html file and click the button save. Now, what will happen, guys? When you saved it, can you see there is a URL is coming? Can you see that? This is the URL of the application. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Currently, it doesn't have anything in it, correct? Okay. And here, can you see there is a $web? It's a storage account container. And your project application needed to be copied to this particular container. Are you getting my point?
For that index document name, should be in the language in the .html or what we say.
Yeah.
So which language it is?
For each language, it will be different. For example, if you remember, yesterday in our last class, when we deployed this React application, do you remember we generated this build folder?
Yeah.
How we got this build folder here? Anyone remember?
I run that build.
When you type npm run build, then this folder got generated. Correct or not, right?
Yes.
And does it contain index.html file?
Yes.
This is the entry point of this application. Sorry,
Okay.
remember. So for each language, it will be a different page. So who will tell that? The programmer will tell that. Are you getting my point? Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now that, so this is the container you have, if you go to the containers, there is a $web container and your files need to come here. So how it will be done? Very simple. Use the same project code, guys. You have in my last class, I have given the code of these three applications, correct? Yeah, perfect. Now what you need to do? Code is already there. The same React code. You can use any HTML code as well, guys. Let us use the React code. Go to pipelines, and here I'll create from scratch. Then it will be very easy. So I have my code in my repo, correct? Yes, correct or not?
Yes.
Yes.
And empty job. It is storage account. Yeah. This first class should be node. Here, guys, if you look at here, you have to provide node version. What is the node version, guys? Do you know to work with React? What do we need, guys? Do we need node? If you remember, when we have created React front-end applications, we have used Node 18 as a runtime stack. Do you remember?
I think we didn't create, sir.
We haven't created it.
No, we only created HTML, I think, for front-end.
You have already deployed the applications now here. React, Basha, you have done it now. React, Angular, Vue. In my last class, I have explained these three applications, now, guys.
Yeah, that knows. These three applications knows.
Yeah. When you have created this app service, what runtime stack you have selected? Huh? Do you know, guys? Don't you remember?
Node or .NET?
Yeah, Node or .NET, guys.
.NET.
.NET or Node. If you do you remember, when we create any application,
For React,
will we select any runtime stack here?
For React, Node.
Node, no, guys. For React, it's Node. Correct or not? React, Angular, Vue, what runtime stack you will select? Node. Guys, correct or not? Don't you remember that? Okay. Yeah. Here, what we need to do, guys, in your laptop also, have you installed this IDE? Have you all installed this IDE yet or not?
Yes.
So to work with this React or Angular or Vue applications, you all need to download Node, guys. Node.js needed to be downloaded. If you don't download it, you can see version 20. You cannot work with React applications. Are you getting my point? Yes, are you getting my point?
Yes. Is it open source?
It is open source. You can simply download and install.
Okay.
It won't take more than 2 minutes to execute. Okay. Because if you don't install Node, your IDE cannot detect React code. Are you getting my point? To identify React code, to run it, we need Node. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us go back to this task. So here, guys, okay, that means when the programmer has written some React application, he might have used any version, any particular version of Node, correct? Node will have 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 like that. There will be different types of versions. So what you need to ask him, guys, you need to ask him to provide the version number. Are you getting my point? What is the meaning of 14?
Version.
Node 14 will be installed on that agent. Are you getting my point? Guys, are you getting my point? Here,
Yes.
what are we trying to do?
But why Node 14? Like right now we have version 20, right?
2018, you can give any number.
Okay.
But this code is written on 14. I know that.
Okay. Okay.
Who will tell you on which version they have written the code?
Programmers.
Only programmer can tell you. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Okay. Next, guys, what you need to do, because it's React, what task which you are going to add? Is it these two? Is it build? This is install. And what it is installing, guys? This is installing Node. Can you please tell me what this is installing?
NPM packages.
NPM packages. Where are those packages mentioned?
Package.json.
In the package.json file of your source code, correct? Okay, so you get my point?
Yes.
Yeah, here, this is the important, this is the actual task, guys, which you need to add. Look for Azure blob. Okay. So, guys, you are going to select the build folder for here. Yeah. Okay, this is important, guys. If you look at here, what will happen? Can you please tell me what this, okay, what this step will do, guys? Tell me.
Okay.
It will install Node.
Node. Yeah.
What will this do?
Package.
It will install NPM.
All packages. And what will this do?
Okay.
It will give us the build folder. Do you remember when we execute the run command, we got this build folder? Do you remember in our last class?
Yes. Yes.
So this task always gives us the build folder, correct?
Right.
And what is this? And guys, okay, we are trying to copy. Yes. Yeah. Here, guys, if you look at here, guys, what I'm trying to do here, I want to push some files into my container. So what files should I push, guys?
Build star.
Only build folder is enough. There is no need for me to come copy the entire project file, correct or not? Do you remember? That was discussed in our last class. We will not copy all the project files. Which folder we will be using?
Build folder.
Only build folder. So guys, here what I'm trying to do, I'm copying everything which is in the build folder, correct? Guys, correct or not? And from this location, where I need to copy to an Azure blob. And what is the storage account name? You will be selecting your storage account. And what is the container name within this storage account? Is it $web?
$web.
Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes.
In the content we have created is $web now. So provide that $web there. Are you getting my point? Clear or not?
Yes.
Clear? 4 steps clear for everyone. And
This
here,
is-
yeah, tell me.
No, I think this Azure blob, you rename it, right? From file copy to Azure blob. So that
Yeah.
can,
It can be anything, bro.
It can be
Whatever you
anything
type here,
under-
it will come here. It's just
Okay.
a display name.
yeah, okay, understood. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a display name. It could be anything.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you please tell me, do we require any release pipeline for it?
No.
We
Okay.
are not generating artifact. Directly from the build folders, we are pushing them into this container, correct? Yes, sir, you get my point?
Yes.
So there won't be any release pipeline if you are trying to push your project files into a container. Guys, that is the reason. Yes, Basha. Basha, what's your question?
Sorry, I was talking. So why we select Azure blob as destination type?
Because I am pushing my project files into a blob content, which is there inside a container. If you are trying to push anything to a container, you always select Azure blob, not Azure VM. VM means server. That will come later. Guys, are you getting my point? If you are trying to push anything to a container, you always select Azure blob.
Yeah, without like this container will run without a CPU and memory resources.
I did not get it. What's the question?
No, like if we are pushing the code into this Azure blob, right?
Yes,
Okay.
to this particular container.
Yeah, into Azure container, like a blob, like storage container.
Yeah, for the storage container called $web, I am pushing my build contents. So once the build contents push it to the container $web, if you remember here if you remember, this static website has a default file in it, correct? Index.html.
Yeah.
And does my build folder contain this file? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Guys, let us execute it, guys.
So actually,
yeah.
so this is a small application. Like
Yeah.
even though to run and maintain this application, like we need a CPU and memory resources, right?
No. Why CPU memory resources? Because you're deploying to a cloud. We don't require any CPU or any memory. We are deploying directly to a container, which will contain everything. Okay, if you remember, when we created an app service, have we required any separate CPU? Everything is there inside an app service. When you have created it, you have given that there. Do you remember?
Yes.
It is under, sir, it is under PaaS, no? PaaS, platform as a service type.
Yeah, platform as a service. Perfect. Correct. Guys, correct or not? So here, why I haven't chosen app services? Why I have chosen this one? I have chosen this one, container. Guys, first tell me. Just try to explain all the tasks to me. Who will explain what will happen in this task? Just give me a minute. I'll drink some water and come. Guys, are you getting my point? What I'm trying to tell here? So please tell me, what are we doing in these steps? In this particular step, can anyone tell me that?
Here we get the agent.
We are getting an agent. What is the agent machine name here?
𝐿WPLABS
Yeah. And what are we trying to do here? It's a pre-job which is creating data, which is actually getting the data of my blob from the cloud. And what are we trying to do here?
Again, from your master to the ES folder, source folder.
Where is this S folder?
on the agent.
On the agent DA1S. And what I'm trying to do here?
Install, use node 14.
Installing node
Installing node on the agent.
agent. And what I'm trying to do here?
Installing
NPM
packages.
All NPM packages mentioned in the package. And what I'm trying to do here?
Is building the building process.
Building the project, and which will create a build folder, correct?
Yes.
And what I'm trying to do here, okay, here we'll get an error, guys. I forget to mention. Okay. What this task should do?
Azure blob file.
Azure blob file. So what it is trying to do?
Copying all the project build code to the Azure
Azure
storage container.
Our $web container.
$web container.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. But here you will get an error. By looking at the log file, can anyone tell me what is that error? If you look at here, I got an error. It failed, correct? So please try to look this particular error message and try to tell me what is that error.
Service connection. The selected service connection.
In the name of the module Microsoft.
Let me.
This whatever the storage account you have created, that is not under Azure Resource Manager.
Yeah, let me explain this. Actually, what we need to do. Let me go back to this storage account. Here we have to do one more thing. Actually, you should get another error, but okay, let me try to resolve this one. Actually, guys, if you look at here, this is my storage account, correct? And here, can you see there's an access control?
Yeah.
And which project wants to push something into this particular storage account? We are using, if you look at this, guys, this is a little bit confusing. Try to understand this. If you look at here, please tell me here. What is this app connection?
It's service connection.
It's a service connection, correct? So when you have created this service connection, do you remember, guys, did I explain the concept of creation of service connection? We created, do you remember that?
Yes, we required subscription and that.
Yeah, subscription, tenant ID, we copied, we created. I think you have remembered, you know that.
Yes.
At the time of creating the service connection, have we registered any app in the cloud?
Yes.
If you remember, register app, then only
App
you got that
registration.
application ID and the client ID. You create a secret. Do you know that, correct?
Yes.
So what you need to do, go to this project settings and find
It's good.
service connections and app service connection. You just try to get this principal. And it will give us the project name which we have created. If you remember, this is the project name which we have created on the day for this service connection. Okay, sorry, getting my point. What is this and what are these client ID, this client ID, what are these things?
Client ID is the application registration ID.
When we have registered this particular project, when we decided to create the service connection, correct or not?
Yes.
So here what you need to do, guys, for this storage account, add a role assignment. What role assignment you need? You need to give storage account blob contributor role, because you are trying to, your project is trying to push something into the container. Are you getting my point? Give me a minute. If you look at here, guys, what I have just done, I have given, what role I have given to this project? This storage blob data contributor. What is the meaning of that? This whatever project which we are giving, it can now push something into the storage account blob. Are you getting my point? If you don't give this role, what will happen? The blob will not accept any data coming from the service connection.
But is this our current project, like which you have basically built it in the
yes,
DevOps?
How I know the project name? From this service connection.
No, but not going by this. If you just go to the repos, like, can we just find it out the same one?
Actually, here
currently B26. Yeah.
No. But here, guys, what we have done in real time, there will be only one but here, if you remember, in the same project, I have created everything now. Why I have created all these things in the same project? Because I don't want to create separate service connection for each and every concept. Are you getting my point? Here, okay, you are telling it is B26 project, correct? But here in the cloud, it says some batch 70 project, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So here in real time, how many repos will have inside one project?
Multiple.
No multiple, only 2 or 3. That's it. You
Okay.
You can't have these 20 different resources, correct?
Yes.
Repos.
Yeah, in enterprise level, yeah.
In enterprise level. And if there is second project, you will create separate project. You will not create that project repos here, correct?
Correct, yeah.
But here, why I have created all projects repos here in a single project?
Just to avoid creating multiple service connections.
Yes, to avoid creating multiple service connections. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
What I have done, initially, I have created a service connection for this project only. By batch 26. If you look at here, this project, it has multiple service connections in it, correct? Can you see how many are there? But some of them got expired, or some problem has occurred with that particular service connection. Guys, you don't confuse, very simple matter. For in real time, if you have B26 project, your service connection will be B26 service connection, correct?
Correct.
And when you register this project in cloud, you will provide B26 project as the project name in the cloud, correct? Guys, are you getting my point? In real time, everything is aligned. You can't, if your project name is B26, you won't give B70 in the cloud.
So for my question or my doubt is, so from where you are getting that B70?
From here, when I type, I know from my release, from my pipeline, if you look at this pipeline, I know I am using this service connection, correct? App connection. I know this is trying to push something into the cloud, correct? So what I have done, I don't know the project name which I have given at the time of creating the service connection. So I have gone to this project settings. From the service connections, I know it's this service connection, correct? App connection. So I can know the project name by copying this link, copy this link, or click on this link. When you click on this link, this project will be open. Are you getting my point? Yes, at least have you understood this case, what I'm trying to tell here?
Instead of creating the another service connection, you are selected from the already list, right?
Yeah, I don't want to create multiple service connection. For all projects, I have used the same service connection. Why? You know, we will deploy a lot of projects, unnecessary creating those many service connections. So I have used only one connection, correct? But in real time, it is not the case.
But
it won't be the case.
Yeah, but this batch 70 Pro Java, is this what, service connection or just a project name?
Actual project name. In real time, this project name and your DevOps project name should be same in real time.
Yeah, but here it is not matching. So from where it is coming from, like this B70. So is it available in the DevOps?
Bro, you speak which language? Hindi, Telugu, English?
Yeah, English, Hindi, Marathi.
Okay, no Telugu. Okay, if it is Telugu, I would have explained it better. Yes. Any other person is here who understand what I'm trying to tell here?
Manish, I think ना काय ऍक्च्युली सरांनी काय केलंय, एक ऑलरेडी एक ऍप्लिकेशन कनेक्शन बनवलंय या प्रोजेक्टच्या अंडर. त्यांनी जे सांगताय तेच ऍप्लिकेशन कनेक्शन ना ते वापरतायत आपल्या बॅचच्या ह्याच्या करता. Sir, can you please go to our project? That is
Our
I-
pipeline. If you edit this pipeline,
हे बघा, हे जे बनवली ना, हे त्यांनी आधीच बनवून ठेवली त्या दुसऱ्या एका
ते मला
project करता.
ते मला सगळं समजलं, बट मला फक्त याचं की बॅच 70 प्रोजेक्ट वेर इट इज कमिंग, लाईक ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये, लाईक सर मीन्स लाईक व्यंकट, यू आर सेइंग राईट, B26 प्रोजेक्ट would be as like it's an actual project, and where even in the app service connection it will be reflecting the same, right?
yeah, actually it should, but here that's not the case now.
Sir,
Here
instead
what
of that,
happened?
I will request immediately we can create one service connection with the same project names. I think it will take 2 minutes.
You want me to create another service connection with the same name?
No, I don't want to create it. Okay, anyway, I got it basically. Only my concern is basically how is it differentiating, or how is it different actually?
Why it is different?
Why it is different? Yes. How?
Very
how,
simple. Why I have given this? There may be some batch 70 it was there. When I have tried to create a Java project, I tell you the scenario. This B26, we're actually going in a very wrong direction, but no worries. If you remember, this has a Java project in it. Can you see Java project? So at the time of creating a release pipeline for this Java, the existing project service connection got expired or damaged, something might have happened. So what I have done on that day, I have created another new service connection called this apps connection. So I have given that batch 70 Java as project name. Yes, we are going in very. So you don't worry about the names.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
If it is B26 in real time, this will also be B26. Okay, guys, don't worry about this project name, guys. It's nothing, because I have deployed everything in a single project. You are seeing different names when you try to register this app, correct? Yeah, guys, we are wasting our time, guys. How many of you have understood this? Manish, Kishore, Basha, did you get my point? What I'm trying to tell here?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, let us move forward. Okay, Manish or Kishore, don't worry about the name.
No, I got actually in past you have created one project. That time you created that service connection, and you are using that same connection for the other project.
Yes.
That is, and the service connection only for to connect to the Azure.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, that's done. Now, if you go back here, now try to execute the same pipeline one more time. So here, what I'm trying to do here.
But here my question is that we have selected the anonymous access for the storage account, correct?
Yes.
Then why we require to assign that access list again to contributor access?
If whenever you are trying to push blob data, this project data, we need to provide this particular role. If we don't provide this role, it will get that error. You have seen one error now. The existing service connection cannot, it cannot push the files into the cloud. Have you seen that error message?
Yeah,
because that connection, though we have given that connection doesn't have this role. This role is there. Now, what role my service connection should have? That blob contributor role. Let me execute, guys. Just a minute, you will understand. Just a minute, you will understand. We are very simple, guys. We're actually complicated this very easy thing. Here, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to push something into my container. But here, guys, generally, to push anything to my cloud, if I have a service connection, that is enough, correct? No separate roles for a service connection. One role is already there for service connection. Do you remember, guys, what is that role a service connection will have? Anyone remember that?
Administrator.
Contributor role. If you remember contributor role.
Yes, yeah.
That is a normal contributor role your service connection will have. And with that role, it can push any project into an app service function, no problem. With the single role, it can push everything. But when it comes to the storage account, that role is not enough. It should have this blob role as well. Then only it can push something into the container. If you don't provide that role to my service connection, it won't allow the cloud containers blob. It will not allow anything into its container. Are you getting my point?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Venkat. Yeah, what he's saying, like this service connection is only for to connecting to the Azure portal, and after connecting to the Azure portal, and there is a different access should have this storage container. Like storage container should not have this contributor access. Like that is different. So that is the reason the data is not accessible, like taking by the storage container. So that's why
it is not allowed
additional access to the storage container as a contributor. So that the data will be get accessed by this pipeline, right?
Yes, perfect. Now you understood, brother. What's your name?
Yeah, Prasad.
Yeah, good, Prasad. So guys, if you don't understand, don't worry. When you practice, you will get it. Okay. Can I move forward? Guys, very simple, very, very simple. Generally, why we create service connection? To push anything into the cloud, we are creating service connection, correct?
It's authorized to publish to the cloud.
Yeah, but If it is an app service, if it is a function app, no problem. That simple service connection is okay. We don't need any extra role for it. But if it is key vault, in future you will see that, guys. If it is key vault, if it is the story account, these things will need extra roles. The existing contributor role is not enough. Are you getting my point? That extra role we have given. Correct? What is that role? The blob contributor role. Yes, okay. I'll stop here. That means I don't discuss further this. I don't want to confuse you. Here now it is, now you can see there is no error here. Why there is no error here?
We have granted the permission.
We have given the role to that particular service connection. Uploaded file successfully to this particular path from here to the story account. Whatever files we have in the build folder, now uploaded to my story account container, correct? $web. Now $web allowed that service connection to push something in its container. Are you getting my point? If you go back here, now how will you access this project? Tell me, guys. Now, if you look at this story account container, now does it has any files in it? Yes, you can see I have it has all the files, correct? What are these files, guys? These are in $web. What are all these files? My React build folder files, correct?
Build folder, correct.
How will I access this website? If it is an app service, you might have a URL, but if it is a story account, how will you access the website? You have deployed the front end to a story account container. How will you access it? By browsing static website. Static website.
It's gone up.
Where is it? Yeah. I told you now, guys, when you enable, we got this URL, and this is the starting file, correct? Default file. Now try to access it. Have you able to access the website front-end component? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Now you deployed your application to a $web container, correct? Which is there inside your story account. Guys.
Yes.
And
Yes,
what
clear?
about yes?
Yes.
What about data? Like we can insert that?
Yes. No. It is only front-end component. To insert any data, we need backend and DB as well, na, guys?
Okay. So like
That will be
inside
yeah.
the container, the data won't be stored. Like we still
No. We need two other services. Container will only be used to deploy the front-end component.
front-end component. Okay.
That is
understood.
it. User-facing URL.
So instead of basically app services, this is kind of replacement for a B2B application.
Yeah, for B2B or internal, we don't use app services, we use container.
Because it is costly. Okay.
Yeah, in B2C, if you use it, that's it. The project cost will come in millions.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So database still required, right?
Yeah, DB is required and backend is also required.
Okay, backend is also required.
You know, we need at least 3 components to complete any project. So this is the only front-end component which you have seen.
And like React and HTML, so which are the other languages we can deploy in the storage container, like Angular?
Any language you can deploy. You try to deploy a simple HTML project. It will go and .NET, anything, guys, anything. You don't know which language they are using, correct, in real time. So, guys, we will be using storage account to cost. Why can't we go for a web app for B2B? Guys, we can go for B2B. Guys, you will only use storage account when the user size is less than 20, guys. It's a standard rule. If you know, when the client says there are only below 20 number of users who are going to access this website, then by default, you will select container. You can use app service, but if you know, guys, let me open app services. Guys, do you know when we have created app services, there is a pricing plan. Do you know that? What is the price plan?
That memory and storage, like it was showing the cost of that.
Pricing plan there, huh? Can you see there is a plan? Just a minute, loading. Just a minute. If you take a minimum plan also, it will cost you nearly $200 per month. But if there are less than 20 users, if you use container, the cost won't more than $20. Are you getting my point? Guys, why I need to go for containers? It is very cheaply when the users are very less. If you use, guys, you can say, can I use free app service for my production deployment? Just a minute, guys. Today class, I don't like, guys. I think, guys, have you understood? Everyone understood the concept here? Clear for everyone? Okay. Just a minute. Yeah, story account cost is when compared with an app service when very less number of users. Let me, for example, guys, have selected why it is taking this much time. You can see, guys, it is taking much time too. Guys, remember this pricing plan? Have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
What are these plans, guys? Tell me, what are these plans? What is this plan? What are these plans? What are all these plans? What happens if I set this? Explore pricing plans, guys. If you look at this app service pricing plan, we have 100 plans, guys. Just a minute. Today it is very slow. The cloud is very slow. So, did I explain about these pricing plans earlier, guys?
No.
Not
I
only
not,
show.
didn't I?
No, you only show. Just explain that there are different plans are there.
Okay. So till now, guys, we have created only free app services, na?
Yes.
But in real time, for production, you can't create free ones. Why? You can see, guys, free, it will only work for 60 minutes per day. 1 GB, no dedicated CPU. It will be shared CPU. That means if you deploy any application in free tier, what will happen? It will be dead slow. Are you getting my point? If there are 100 users, it will be very slow. What happens if you select these premium ones? It will have more number of CPUs, more RAM space, but the cost will be increased, correct? What is this? Free one also has 13 USD. This free one is free. The second one is 13 USD. This premium is 18. Guys, if you look at here, the price is going, if you look at here, the price is more and more when you increase the CPUs and RAM size, correct? Guys, correct or not? When I will select more CPUs and more RAM size, when I know there are more number of users. Guys, what happens if you select less CPUs, less memory, when there are more number of users accessing the website? It will slow. It will become very slow. Correct or not?
Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
So now is it clear, guys? So if you, for production, guys, we can start from this premium V3. That means there will be at least $100 per month. But you select container less than 20, it won't come more than $20, guys. So it is cheaper. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the reason, guys. Okay, good. Let us stop for today, guys. Okay. Understood something, guys? Understood something? Or is it confusing?
No, understood.
Okay, good. If you don't understand, don't worry, guys. Just practice, then it will come. So today's topic.
And sorry, we get one more question. So like
Yes.
now, like we have the website with the storage name, right? This thing. So storage container name. So how can we mask that? The custom domain would be there, right?
What?
Whenever you're opening the website, so it is showing the storage container name, right?
Yeah.
It is exposing that.
Yeah, in real time, you will never give that URL to an actual client. You will be creating your own custom URL for it.
Custom domain, right?
Yeah, that will come later, bro. So we will be
Okay.
creating custom domains.
Okay.
You will never give this Azure website.net. Have you ever seen web URLs like Azure website.net or $web? You haven't seen, correct? Because no client want these types of URLs, correct? They want their own URL. Again, that is your work only, okay? How it will be done? It will come, guys, in future classes.
Yeah.
Today's assignment, what you need to do, guys? First, create a storage account. Then, enable static website. Then deploy the given React project to the container. Then share the URL here.
Welcome to LWPLABS. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to view free Azure DevOps live classes. And for more videos like this, please contact the number shown in the description. Happy learning!